favorite days, Wednesdays. We get to hang out with Baggedmilk for a quick chat about Oilers hockey. And we're coming off a couple of wins on the road, Baggedmilk.
5 straight wins for the boys. You got to love it.
Yeah. Last night, from what I could tell, because I did not stay up and watch the full game, but it felt like a slower start to the San Jose matchup.
Yeah, that was last night to win was kind of the Steve Miller band. You take the money and run on that one a little bit. It was a slow start. The Oilers couldn't get much going. The Sharks, though, they play that terrible trap style of hockey where they just clog up the neutral zone and you can't get anything done. So a little bit of a slow start. It was boring. It wasn't looking great either in the third period. The Oilers were down by a goal. They only had one shot on net through the first half of the period. And then my boy comes up with a shorty, Nuge, and then he ties it up, sends it to overtime. Yeah. And then old man Smith with the perfect draw weight on his curling pass. And then we're talking about 2 points instead of a loss. It was a big win.
And he had a good game, Mike Smith.
Yeah.
Mike Smith played really well. And you know what? He really, really did. And if for I find like a lot of people, they like to take shots at him when he's bad, which has been a lot this year, but they can't do the reverse when he's been really good. So last night, 31 saves and a 969, nice save percentage. And you just got to give the guy credit. Plus the pass to McDavid in overtime, hell of a performance by Smith.
Yeah. Grandpa Smith, first star last night. The thing for me watching the highlights is, are we concerned about the right leg?
I am concerned about the right leg, yes, because the last time he shook that off, he was out for 3 months. So, yeah, I am. You got to give the guy credit because he always battles. He never wants to come out of the net, but at the same point, he's, he's of a certain vintage at this stage, and he's got to take care of the old body.
Game too, right?
Third straight game too. So
yeah, third straight start. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Miko was sick the other night.
Now, Draisaitl, speaking of leg injuries, we don't have any updates on him, and that was the first game he's missed in like 300 plus or something.
Yeah, that was a rough one. So he went to hit Trevor Zegras against Anaheim the other day, banged his knee against the boards or Charlie Horse or something like that. I thought he was going to play last night because he was skating during the morning skate, looked okay, but obviously they decided to give him a night off. And man, the Oilers miss him. You can really tell when the big man's not down the middle.
Yeah, they had like Nuge scored last night, right? And Puljujarvi had a lot of chances. He's getting in the right spot, just not putting it in.
Yeah, Puljujarvi, like I thought he had a good game last night, but he just couldn't convert. It was like my joke on Twitter was that he wasn't wearing his contacts or something because he had a couple go right through his legs and he whiffed on them. So he's getting his chances, but I think he just needs a little bit of confidence. Maybe he needs a greasy goal or something to bounce in off him or something like that. I know he scored against Anaheim, but he just needs a little bit of confidence back so that when he gets those chances from McDavid in the slot, he's just hammering them.
I'll get you to help me out, Baggedmilk. I've got some, not Oiler fans. I got some Leaf fans that are starting to get a little bit vocal about the Auston Matthews performances as of late. And there's some conversations like, might be the best player in the league. And so I put up a Twitter poll. Yeah, that's what I thought. I put up a Twitter poll at Lachlan Cross. Go give me a vote. We got the best player in the league in Edmonton. And yes, anyway.
It's funny to me because for a long time, for the first few years, it was Matthews versus McDavid. Well, that argument's kind of gone the wayside because nobody's as good as Connor McDavid. So now it's like, well, maybe Matthews is better than Draisaitl. What do you think about that? So it's just, it's funny to me. He's having a hell of a year. There's no doubt about it. Auston Matthews pumps goals in. There is no doubt about it. But at the same point, like, let's pump the brakes here, Toronto. Like, the coverage has been complete madness. You would think he was the only player in the history of the league to score 50 goals or something. It's wild to watch.
Do you think he'll win the Hart?
I don't even think he's the best player on his team.
Somebody, a Leaf fan, commented on the poll that I put up on my Twitter, and it was something to the effect, well, we'll give you Connor, but Auston Matthews is a better leader. And I'm like, what? Where's that coming from?
Yeah, it's like based on what? Like,
yeah, based on what? The mustache? Like, no.
Yeah, and that mustache is problematic in my opinion. So I don't know if that counts as a pro or a con against him.
All right. So tomorrow night's game, we'll do a quick preview of that, and then we'll sign off with you. We got the Kings. Obviously, we're in a race right now for that second spot with Los Angeles. So the fact that we're playing them tomorrow night, we need to get those 2 points, regulation win.
Man, this down the stretch is getting insanely stressful for me because right now the Oilers have played, it is fun, but the Oilers have played 71 games. They're at 87 points. The Kings have played 72 games. They're at 86. So tomorrow's a massive game. They need that win. And if they can win and get themselves even closer to Calgary, hey, all of a sudden Calgary was running away with the division and now they're only 4 points up on the Oilers. Let's see what happens here. There's still some room to move. There's not a lot, but there's a little. So now the Oilers have to pick up some wins. They need to put more distance between themselves and LA and in Vegas because this is getting real tight down the stretch. It's exciting, but man, is it stressful. So huge game tomorrow. The Oilers have beat LA the last 2 times, so we need a third one here. So far in the Woodcroft era, they're perfect against his mentor, Todd McClellan, and I'd like to see a third round go to Woodcroft. Yeah,
well, and the Kings and the Knights aren't going away. Like they're sort of still creepy, in that. So the Oilers can't let their foot off the gas. How many games left? Yeah, it's 9 or 10.
We've got so there's 71, so there's 11 games left.
11 games left. Okay.
Yeah, there's some time, but not a whole lot of time. And like you said, Vegas just won't go away. Vegas won 5 in a row. I thought they were falling off because they had injury issues going before. They seem to turn it around. It's annoying. LA, I don't even understand how they're doing it. They barely score any goals, but I guess that's goaltending.
The Kings are sometimes. It's frustrating to watch that. Because they're hanging in there. All right.
I'll tell you one thing: if the Oilers play like they did last night against the Kings tomorrow, we are not talking about a 6 straight win. So the boys have to pull it together.
Yeah, you're right. And hopefully Draisaitl can shake off whatever the hell's going on there.
Yeah,
I thought it was a Charlie horse, is what I thought.
That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah,
so I got to imagine that leg's pretty stiff.
Yeah, exactly. There he is, Oilers Nation. Baggedmilk, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, boys.
The Locker Room, weekday mornings on 95.7 Cruise FM.